live. What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's your girl Tosh P, aka PZ the Goat. You now tuned in to Indie Culture. I only do this on the live part. I haven't did this in a minute. I think the last time I did it was when I was interviewing Sam B. Mixon. Shout out to Sam B. Mixon. We at the studio right now. We are here with Mr. Dom. How you doing?
Dom in the building. I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. No problem. Thanks for coming on Indie Culture.
Yeah.
What you been up to? Like, what you got going on?
Just working. You know, working. That's hey. Look, we can talk about it. Look, that's the short answer. Working. You
no,
know,
for real.
Getting it done here for the artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes,
across the scenes,
cross in the middle. We're doing it all.
So remind everybody of like everything you do, because I know you got like your hands to kind of like everything in a way.
All right, so basically, I don't even know what to call myself. What do you look? People call me like a marketing scientist.
I can see that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
So basically, what I do, I just help businesses and artists market their brand. So, you know, I started doing this type of work in 2019. I was working for a media company, and I basically raised the ranks from unpaid intern all the way to the vice president of music marketing. So in that, you know, we started off as like Spotify development interns. So we were basically playlisting the flagship, and flagship means the artists of the company, artists' songs on playlists. So I had to figure out that game. That was cool. You know, contacting curators and getting the music added and watching the streams go up. So this artist, you know, he got 1 million streams organically. Then, you know, I got to stay around to help with the behind the scenes of like simple tasks like moderating podcasts, reaching out to get podcast guests, reaching out for features, basically doing kind of like management work, but I wasn't his manager. But like all the administrative stuff that people do for big time artists, that's what I was doing. Like moderating the YouTubes was really cool because I got to meet a lot of people right before they took off. The company was called Group 82 Music, and like Ian Dunlap, Rashad Bilal, Troy Millens, all from EYL. We interviewed them. Donnell Jones, Grant Cardone, billionaire Grant Cardone, John Sally. It's a lot. Some NBA coaches, players, Chris Wilkes. The list, it's a long list of people. Nikki Saunders.
No, I ain't lie. I don't know who that is.
Nikki is the girl that's she, you know who Eric Thomas is? E.T., the hip hop preacher. They call him.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like his social media guy. Okay. That's how she started, and then she started branching off to do courses, and she do all these seminars and everything. So it was cool. Producers, Curtis King, shout out to Curtis King. Just a lot of work like that. Also, we ran a play to get charted on Billboard and iTunes. Did that, so we got to watch him chart as 100% independent artist with no label. We ran a play to do that, so that was really dope to watch and be a part of. Just basically everything.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's how I started. So basically, when the owner Dorian, that's his name. Y'all want to look up his music and his statistics, because it's all verifiable. You can just type it in on Google. You know, Billboard, you just type name in. iTunes the same way. It show you how long the artist charted and everything. You can't fabricate that.
Okay. I was about to say it's organic.
Yeah, so basically from there, when he shifted to business, he's still going. He shifted to just like kind of basketball content. I kind of just like took everything that I learned and started Forever Hollins Management, and then branched off to Shop the Culture.
Okay.
So I just been doing that, helping artists with playlisting, blog placements, podcast placements, shows, tours, making money.
Yeah.
We do all that. YouTube courses, Spotify courses, rollout plans, post rollout, content strategy, just everything. I did some social media management,
and that's what I'm saying.
all of that. So it's basically everything that big time artists would deal with. I've made a lot of cool connections through that too.
Were you like nervous about any of the connections, like how they would turn out, like as far as like, or are you confident in like, oh, I know I got this type?
I don't think like, not nervous. Like there was some times, like I was never nervous to like reach out to any of the people because, when I branched out and like was doing my own thing, like had my own podcast and stuff like that. Ranting with Neat podcast, it's still up on Spotify. All the old episodes I had a lot of NBA players, had some artists on there, NFL guys, college coaches. Like I had Charlie Ward on there. I had the Lakers coach at the time, Matt Penberthy. I had Daryl Armstrong, who's the coach of the Maverick, one of the coaches on the Mavericks right now. I had Rick Ross on there. We had Richie Evans on our podcast, who had a song with Rick Ross last year. They got nominated for, or got a Grammy consideration. Can't Knock the Hustle. Shout out to Richie. I still talk to him often. He's really dope. Chingy was on there. That was cool how we got that interview. His people actually reached out to me. His distribution company. And his publishing agency. So that's all on there too. It's up, all that's up. Shop the Culture TV on YouTube. But nobody that I was nervous about, but I say there was a lot of high drama with a few of them. Like that in the industry, it's different. But I was never nervous, but there was some things that I had to learn how to navigate around that I never had to. That's not, I wasn't nervous about it, but I was kind of like,
Like, would you like work with the people again, type of thing, or like, it's like you just gotta learn how to, like.
There was nobody that made me mad, but there were like some situations that happened. We on a pod. I'll tell you one. You know who Joyner Lucas is?
Yeah.
All right. So, let's see how I maneuver around this story. So there was somebody that we had on. We did a partnership, right? To where we did like an affiliate week, and basically we partnered to where we kind of like joined forces with his camp. And we did like affiliate, so people that bought stuff on the website, services or anything, and they used his product code, he got a percentage of the sales. It went really well. So this came with them doing like live content. Our guy going on his podcast, he going on our podcast. So I was vice president of video support too. So I had like a bunch of interns and video guys that I would scan the content before we posted it on YouTube. So like you talking about like million view videos, all of that. I had to make sure like we had a template. I had to make sure every video was perfect before we posted it. Make sure content was gonna go through like everything. That's why like most of the YouTube stuff, like I know because I had to like make sure, hey, can we post this? Can we not? So there was a piece of content that I had lined up because he said it, but I got it. Like they were saying, well, you clipping it up and us putting a title on it, it's gonna put emphasis on it. So my thing was he said it though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said it last night, and I know this clip gonna go crazy.
So I was listening to the one with Nipsey Hussle, and
Nipsey Hussle had a 30 for 30.
Well, it's basically on him passing and like how he was connected with like IT and a couple of other basketball artists. Like they were like connected, like they knew where each other was coming from, even though they were in different paths. Right. So basically, do you think the athletes will do that? Athletes and artistry go through some of the same struggles, even though it's a different career path, and because they connect so well. Like I was telling you with the 30 for 30, and listening to how connected Nipsey Hussle was with like a couple of basketball players. It seemed like they went through the same struggles, but they understood each other on the level of entertainment world and artistry. If that makes sense. Like
they go through all the same things. They the same thing. A basketball player and a rapper are the same person. To be good at basketball, you gotta wake up, you gotta work out, you gotta go through conditioning, you gotta make a team, and you have to adapt and get better and better and better to keep making a team. You make your middle school team, your high school team, college, all the way up to the pros. You have to learn and adapt. Now I'm talking about a pro and an A-list artist. A-list artist, you had to come to Sam, learn how to get recorded. You had to elevate from a place of being an independent to keep going to different, maybe bigger studio. You had to learn professionalism first to be able to get in a room and to keep ascending. So you had to adapt. You had to learn how to be an artist. You had to learn the business side. Because like especially now they're not taking no chances on you if you don't. That's why the corporate people giving up on hip hop. Because it's not professional. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good investment no more. Right. Because they're really killing people, dying, and doing all the crazy stuff now. So they change genres to what they've decided that they want to invest in. That's just the truth. So like, not to go off, but yeah, rappers, they have to keep adapting and keep building. They deal with the same stuff. They deal with adversity. They deal with having to go against other artists as far as the consumer is concerned with choosing who they listen to, choosing who, if you part of a label, who gonna be the star player this season. Who we gonna put on this mixtape, who we gonna put on that, who gonna be on this, who gonna get this A&R, who gonna get that. It's the same stuff, like star players. And I remember when Nipsey passed and IT talking about that. When IT was talking about how hurt he was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nipsey was really cool. Like, when he was going through all that stuff with his, not getting back in the league, he said he talked to Nipsey a lot. I saw some of that content. Yeah. But, like, yeah, they deal with the same stuff. Like, artists, bro, people don't be understanding. Y'all only see the artist highlight reel. YouTube, that's why YouTube gotta be top 5 greatest invention of all time. You can see these boys workout plan. And what I mean by workout plan is what they do before they get famous. Like, we see all the old Nipsey clips of him super skinny with 2 braids and a 5XT on the block before he glue up. You know what I'm saying? We see the studio sessions with Jay-Z with gold teeth in his mouth and a dookie chain. You know what I'm saying? We seeing the Drake content of him in the basin with 40. Like, we seeing this stuff now when before we just saw the finished product. So like now I could see Steph Curry shooting in the gym with his dad on the road. Now we know why he can shoot.
Yeah.
Now we know why Bronny was groomed for the league. Why Steph was groomed for the league. Why Scottie Pippen Jr. was groomed for the league. Like, we know this stuff now because we see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, rappers and A-list artists and NBA players are the same. And that's why they be cool. And then, if you want to take it deeper, artists be wanting to be athletes and athletes be wanting to be artists. That's why they always... That's why that's why they be coming out with albums.
Right.
Came out with shit.
And you know what else is cool that the NBA players do too that I've been noticing? I think them boys be putting each other on to the people from their city. Like, shout out to PJ. Like, I noticed some of them guys that played with PJ be under PG Raw and them comments. Like, it be NBA guys like, hey bro, this hard. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, how? I saw Harry Giles in his comment. Mm-hmm. Cause Harry and Seventh played AAU together. So Seventh, I know him and PG Raw, like, you know, he been tapped in with PG for a minute, like on the music, like liking his music, you know, all that, like, you know, tagging each other.
Yeah.
But like, I saw Harry Giles and I was like, why? I was like, oh, because he played with Sev and Sev was probably playing. Like, think about that. Yeah. Like, they be playing these music. Like, my teammates knew who Zach was when I was in college. They was like, hey, bro, I be seeing your boy mixtapes on. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, he moving. Like, sports be merging
to the music.
Like, because people gonna listen to what you listening to. I learned about sticking and rolling from my Florida teammates. Mm-hmm. Like, they was juking and doing all that. Right. Like, bro, what is that? Like, when I used to Roy, they'd be like, bro, what is that?
Fucking Roy.
Like, yeah, like, the music, because you listening to it in the locker room. Mm-hmm. And you over there, they be like, bro, what you listening to? Mm-hmm. And we put it on the speaker. Like, sports is the perfect place to merge music. Like, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah.
Like, because them boys be music heads. They always got their headphones on.
That's how they get ready.
They in them cars. They blasting something. What's going to sound good in the Cybertruck? But yeah, that's how it be. That's how it be.
All right. Well, I still think we're going to do a part 2.
Yeah, I'm with
that.
We're going to
wrap up.
I appreciate y'all letting me be.
Shout out to Sam because he was asking questions too. He over here in the corner.
Hey man, and shout out to you. I gotta give you your props, man. Indie Culture Podcaster of the Year.
Hey
man, everybody need to come do it. I actually like what you got going on. You got the merch. You got the radio spins, you got the website, you grinding, like even you, like you said, you got a job and you still doing this. You an artist, you doing this, so you really love being in the creative space. So any artists, y'all need to tap in with Taj P. That's a drop for you. Definitely. Tap in with Taj P. Indie Culture.
Hey, I'm chopping it up though.
Yeah.
Hey, but yo, let everybody know your social media, how they can get in contact.
Yeah, man. Hey Dom 803, Shot the Culture TV. You know what I'm saying? Any artists out there that need marketing, they need money to fund their career, we're the place that you need to go, man. We got access to the blogs, the interviews. I got a World Star plug. Get your video on World Star.
I had to use that.
Ads. Mm-hmm. You know, TV streaming. I can get somebody ads on Hulu. Like, we could, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do all that. Like, any artist budget ready. Mm-hmm. We got access to all that, bro.
Yeah, so make sure y'all tap in with Dom. He got every marketing need that you could possibly think of.
Yeah. What's the YouTube?
No.
You on YouTube? Right?
Shot the Culture TV.
How do you spell that?
Just Shock the Culture TV. And then my IG is at Hey Dom 803. Yeah, for sure, man.
I've been putting in podcasts.
Tap in with Dom.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all follow us on our socials. Culture LLC. Shout out to Sam.
I see they talking
once
in
again.
the comments. Yo.
What they saying?